Hello guys, my name is Suci from TBEI. I will explain to you about listening to argumentative text with the topic debate. In this video, I will explain to you about definition argumentative text, definition the kind of argumentative text, definition debate, and the structure of debate. For the first is I will explain to you the definition of argumentative text. Argumentative text is a type of spoken or written text that is intended to explain the listeners or readers that something should or shouldn't happen or be done. Argumentative text is a text which is written to argue about something debatable. And the second is the kind of argumentative text. Do you know what is kind of argumentative text? So the kind of argumentative text is three. The first is discussion, second speech, and third is debate. The third is debate. So I will explain to you what is debate. Debate is a speaking game in which two sides role-play arguing against an agreed-upon proposition. A proposition is a statement in support of a value, belief, or policy. And the last is the structure of debate. So in a debate, if we have three structure. The first is introduction, body paragraph, and conclusion. In introduction, we have attention getters and background. So what is attention getters? Attention getter is used to getting somebody attention. For example, a teacher to quiet their classroom down, grab their student attention, and keep the students focused on the task and the teachers. And in attention getter, there are some techniques to start your essay with attention getters. The first is definition, citation, a story, question, quotation, and cause and effect. You can use that definition, citation, a story, question, quotation, cause and effect to give start your debate. And the next is background. So background is also from introduction. What is background? So background information is an important component on an essay, research paper, or presentation because it can get the reader's attention and prompts them to keep reading. Depending on the topic, background information might take a particular tone or approach to provide context or address a question. And the next is thesis statement. So what is thesis statement? Thesis statement or claims are where you give readers the main idea of your piece of writing or your argument related to your topic with one or three sentences. So the rules of thesis statement or claim is you must clear in giving a statement, and the second is specific and focused, and the third is arguable, and the last is able to answer what, how, or why. And for your information is there are four things to avoid in the thesis statement or claim. For the first, don't announce your thesis. Second, don't confuse your readers. And the third is don't write the thesis as a fact. And number four is don't write the thesis as a question. So we become to discuss about body paragraph. In body paragraph, we have a first structure. In body paragraph, the first is argument, argument, evidence, reasoning, and rebuttal. So I will explain to you what is argument. Argumentation is generally defined as the valid combination between claims and premises, which is Education is highly related to high-quality teaching and learning. Argumentation is reason giving in communication situation by people whose purpose in the justification or act, belief, attitudes, and values. And the next structure is evidence. In argument, evidence refers to fact, documentation, or testimony used to strengthen a claim, support an argument, or reach a conclusion. Evidence can take the form of fact, statistical data, real-life examples, or relevant quotation. And the next is reasoning. Reasons are statements of support for claims. Making claim something more assertion. If reason do not make sense in the hypothetical challenge or the because test, there is probably something wrong with the logic of the argument. So in the reasoning, you give your best argument so that you can define that your claim is true or is the best argument. And the last from body paragraph in debate is rebuttal. So, rebuttal is a response to your opposition argument that demonstrates whether present states or claim in argumentative or debate is incorrect or wrong. Rebuttal is about pointing of the differences between your team's arguments and your opposition's. So in rebuttal, you will explain that the argument from your from the opposition team is incorrect or is not true. So in the last the structure of debate is conclusion. So what is conclusion? In argumentative essay, conclusion is essential as it conveys that the final impression you leave with your reader. Its goal is to present the thesis, summarize the essay's body, and leave readers with the last impression. In the conclusion, have three steps to write a good argumentative essay conclusion. The first is restate the thesis. The second is summarize the supporting paragraph. And the third is create a final and general statement. So I have to tell you about all of the structure from the debate, and I have done to tell you about the definition of argumentative essay, the kind of argumentative text, the definition of debate, and the structure of debate. So if I wanna give you some example, so you can understand more about my explanation. So the example of video is this video, bringing the debate with motion. This house will ban homework. With as we know, in debate, we have a government team or a preposition team as agree with the motion, and opposition team or a negative team with not agree about the motion. So in this video, the adjudicator give all of the speaker 5 minutes to give all of the argument within giving introduction, background, thesis statement, evidence, reasoning, and rebuttal, and also conclusion. So the first speaker is from government team. We will give argument with the motion this house will ban homework. So from government team, she has agreed about the motion. So from introduction, as we said that before, if you wanna start your argument, you can give attention getter to get attention from the listener or reader. So the first speaker give a quotation for as attention getter. So all the listener or reader can get attention from her quotation.
When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up. Happy, that's what I wrote down. And they told me I didn't understand the assignment. And I told them they didn't understand life. John Lennon.
And the next is giving our background. So as the argumentator, we have to give our background to start our argument. So in this video, the first speaker give her background at in minute 1, second to 53 until minute 2, second 50. So let's watch the video.
I find it very ironic when adults say, hey, enjoy your childhood. Hey, try new things. Hey, spend some time with your family. Hey, and have fun. Live the most out of it. You're only a kid once. Yet these adults are the ones putting loads of work on us, making us have no times to do such things. The question is, why do we go to school? We go to school to understand new ideas. We go to school to explore the wide curiosity we have. We go to school to improve the things we do. Students, what is happening in the status quo? Students are assigned homework on a daily basis from the time these kids start kindergarten until they finish university. This has been going on for many decades because it has become an ideology that homework helps you gain and retain knowledge. But we tell you, knowledge that can also be done in class with the right method of teaching.
So and the next is giving a thesis statement. As we know that the thesis statement is giving your main idea of your argumentation. So in the video, the first speaker give the statement at minute 2, second 52 until minute 3, second 50. Let's let's saw the video.
What are the harms in this debate? With the amount of homework students are receiving, this can cause harms in three levels. Number one, health. Number two, time. And number three, the lack of motivation.
And the next is giving the argument. So as the argumentator, we should giving our argument to give about what is argument from the speaker is true or not true. So in this video, the first speaker from government team giving her argument at minute 4, second 56 until minute 5, second 5. So let's see the video.
What are the harms in this debate? With the amount of homework students are receiving, this can cause harms in three levels. Number one, health. Number two, time. And number three, the lack of motivation. With that being said, with the amount of homework we have, it causes sleep deprivation, which means that it doesn't allow students to get enough rest and because they don't allow students to get enough rest, and we see that rest is very essential, especially in the adolescent years. And for time, with the amount of home we have less time for friends, family, and and less time to discover the different ambitions and the different fields outside the school's curriculum. Lastly, motivation. By forcing students to do their homework on subjects they don't want would cause the student to not have the motivation to learn, and we see that this is very harmful to the whole education system itself.
So in the next step is giving evidence. So what is evidence? Evidence is giving the fact or the documentation or giving the testimony to show up about our argument is true or is our argument is correct. So in the video, the first speaker giving her evidence from their argument with giving a testimony or giving a fact. So let's see the video.
Showed that homework has little to no connection towards test scores, and it is redundant in most cases. Homework is usually done after long school hours. Once a student is not ready to do homework, they will deliver a poor quality effort or perhaps not even completing the assignment at all. This will develop a habit of procrastination in many students by thinking, I could do that tomorrow, or I could copy from a friend tomorrow. Once the student is able to pull it off, he or she will continue to use this tactic in the future, thus develop a bad habit of procrastination, and this will create a detrimental effect towards the students when they grow up in their career and their whole lives as a whole.
And the last is giving a conclusion. So as argumentator, we must give our conclusion to conclude all of what 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 we talking about. So we must giving our conclusion at the end of uh, our speaking.
There should be a variety of activities in the classroom which helps children engage and develop skills and facilitate a good learning experience for each and every individual. Thank you.
And after the government team giving their argument, so we will come to opposition team to giving their argumentation. So in this video, uh, the opposition team start their argument with giving a background, as also giving a background, and in opposition team we have giving the rebuttal to rebut the argument from government team. So the first speaker from opposition team give his rebuttal from the government team. So let's watch the video.
Let's make a few rebuttals, right? Number one, right? They try to claim essentially that homework harms students' health, time, and motivation. We don't think that that's the case, right? If that's what they're trying to claim, we think that number one, the status quo that they try to paint, the picture they try to paint is too extreme, right? Kindergarten kids or primary school, middle school kids, they do not get that much of a workload that actually deprive them of their sleep, take away their time to play, or make them unmotivated in life to the point where they reach midlife crisis, right? We think that the education system itself in Sadexo, even though it's not perfect, but it already allocates enough work or enough activities to appropriate levels of students or individuals that are learning, right? So that's why we think that all that they're trying to claim actually applies to upper high school students that actually faces sleep deprivation or may sometimes face insufficient ability to manage their time because of their workload, leading to sometimes a conflict in their life because they're at a crossroad in their motivation. And that's why we think that doesn't actually comes only from the homework itself, but also from the process of education that needs to be reformed. Right? And that's actually what they're trying to do. They said that they're gonna transform.
So as government team and opposition team, we have to giving our introduction, uh, attention getters, background, uh, thesis statement, argument, evidence, reasoning, and conclusion. It's you have to giving all of the structure from the debate, but the differentiation between the government team and opposition team. As opposition team, you have to rebuttal the argument from the government team. Okay, I think that's all from my presentation. I'm sorry if I making mistake, and I hope you understand what I'm representer for you. Uh, okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.